Perks were given an extra layer of depth compared to older games in Black Ops Cold War, giving you the ability to upgrade them to become extra powerful. But with so many options, what should you focus on upgrading first? Scraping the bottom of the barrel, we have Tombstone Soda. If you've played Die Rise, and I'm sorry for you, you'll recognize Tombstone's shadow ability as being a different who's who. Upgrading it makes your shadow form better, increasing the down duration, and giving the shadow ability the power to heal. The tier 5 upgrade is one of the best upgrades, preventing perk decay when you're down. This is the only truly useful upgrade that Tombstone has, however, as the shadow form still doesn't get to keep your perks as you try and heal yourself. After that, we have Death Perception, returning from Black Ops 4. But wait, this time it's not completely pointless. The tier 1 upgrade is beneficial as a faster refresh rate on the minimap helps you see the position of the zombies closer to real time. This is fantastic for when you can't find that last zombie just hiding in a corner scratching its balls or something. The tier 3 upgrade is also awesome. More salvage equals more equipment, armor, and supports. The faster you get set up, the better off you'll be, and the more fun you'll have. Finally, the tier 4 upgrade giving you 25% armor penetration is great for those annoying armored zombies that they brought back from Die Rise for some stupid reason. The tier 2 and tier 5 upgrades are nothing special, especially the tier 5 one. You don't really need to see resources and chests through walls considering they show up on the minimap anyway. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm putting Quick Revive next. Keep in mind I'm a solo player, so tiers 3 and 4 don't even apply to me in regards to healing other players. In fact, I personally don't even have Quick Revive upgraded past tier 2. As a solo player, I think that tier 2 was absolutely the best ability in this upgrade path. A 50% reduction in the time you have to wait before recovering health is certainly an incredible ability. Tier 5 is a great ability, but later on in the match, you won't get as much use in it due to the higher zombie health. I fully expected Quick Revive to be in the top 3 when I started making this list, but when I actually looked at the upgrades and thought about it more, it's honestly just not that amazing if you play solo. If you play with friends or randoms, and God help your soul if you do play with randoms, this would probably be higher up on the list. This is where it starts getting tricky. The first few perks gave you a couple nice things here and there, but now we get into the section where every perk is pretty good overall. I'm gonna go with PhD Slider in this spot. While the base effect is nothing particularly special, tiers 2, 3, and 4 are significant. The ability to slide longer and faster can get you out of a tight situation in style, preserving your field upgrade or support. Immunity to self-inflicted explosive damage, on the other hand, means you can just shoot your feet with powerful launchers and not bat an eye, blasting away hordes of enemies. Tiers 1 and 5 are not nearly as noteworthy, with tier 5 being highly situational and probably not the best strategy. I could see it being beneficial on Mauer der Toten though, as that map has a good number of places to drop from. Next we have the new kid on the block that all the anime lovers love to weeb over, Elemental Pop. Behind the scenes note, I actually had this ranked at second worst originally, but when I thought about it some more and realized its potential the farther you upgraded your ammo mods, I decided I'd rank it higher. Reducing the elemental cooldowns by 20% is pretty handy, as well as increasing the enemy elemental weakness by 50%. The tier 3 upgrade of making the random ammo mod match the damage of the skill tier is nice, but really only if you've invested significant crystals into those upgrades. Tier 5 is nothing particularly special, just the old school electric cherry perk. Meal Kick was added back in Black Ops 1 with the Moon release. In my opinion, the tier 2 and tier 5 upgrades are the most significant. The chance for any enemy, not just heavy or special enemies, to drop ammo provides great staying power for guns, especially after you've pack-a-punched multiple times and the ammo crate now costs 10,000 points. Getting your third weapon back when rebuying Mule Cook is also a nice plus. The bonuses to equipment are nice, and the tier 3 upgrade of weapons filling their ammo when not being held could help you in a pinch, but it's nothing huge. The biggest surprise to me when it came to Cold War, they made Deadshot daiquiri good. The base change to the perk is great enough. Instead of automatically aiming solely for the head, now you aim at an enemy's weak spot. That's huge. All perk upgrades are substantially helpful. Tiers 1, 4, and 5 all combine to make massive damage with the respective multipliers, and tier 3 helps spray into a crowd of zombies. Perfect for me because I don't like to aim. Tier 2's armor piercing is great against heavy enemies like Mauer's Krasny Soldats. All of these abilities combine combine to create a perk that is truly worthy of your upgrade crystals. The bronze medal perk is Speed Cola. I think on average Deadshot might be better, but upgrades 2 and 3 in Speed Cola are enormous. The 20% faster field upgrade cooldown means a much faster Ring of Fire or Aether Shroud activation, crucial for either doing massive damage or escaping from corners respectively. While nerfed from past games, the 30% reload speed cut is critical if you're using a shotgun or an LMG without getting yourself killed. It also helps when you're trying to kill the Orda on round 30 in Firebase Z, since that thing eats more than me on my Taco Bell Thursdays. Grilled cheese burritos for life. Tiers 1 and 4 are so-so. I wouldn't consider an increased swap to your other weapon overly useful, and I've used the mystery box probably a total of 5 times since getting Black Ops Cold War back in March, but if you're a high roller, you'll get more mileage out of this. Tier 5's shooting and reloading from Sprint is an interesting ability that provides great utility for Stamina Up. If you've played zombies games prior to Cold War, you know that Stamina Up was a solid but not necessary addition in Black Ops 2, unless you were playing Transit, and Black Ops 3. Then in Black Ops 4, we got the modifier slot, and Stamina Up became nearly essential. Fast forward to Cold War, and it's the new crutch perk. Tier 1's increased backpedal speed is actually a lot better than you might think for those who want to train instead of camp, as now you can keep pace with the zombies rather than being overrun. Tier 2 gives you immunity to fall damage. Here's me jumping without stamina up, taking half my health, probably annihilating my knees to the point where I can't golf again. Now here's me jumping with stamina. Now, you can jump off of the buildings in Maured or Toten and Force Skin without taking any damage. Tier 3 is the least impressive upgrade, but still not horrible. Walking faster while ADSing further helps you from getting cornered. Tier 4 allows you to use equipment while sprinting, meaning you don't have to slow down to throw that decoy or that Gershta voice, or whatever the hell they're called in Cold War. Finally, Tier 5, removing sprint speed fall off. Your operator now completely ignores the likely hundreds of pounds of gear that they're carrying, though I don't think Park has enough pockets in that spiffy outfit to hold it all, and you don't have any drop-off speed. So you're back to BO4 infinite sprint with no slowdown on top of all the other amazing effects from previous tiers. This perk is the single best in Outbreak, given how large the maps are, and a must get if you don't prefer the round-based maps. To no one's surprise, I think you should prioritize upgrading Juggernog first. My reasoning for putting Juggernog first instead of Stamina: Tier 3 upgrade. Base Juggernog in Cold War only gives you 50 extra health instead of the classic 100 extra health.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And as your games go longer, you need the extra hits, even with armor. Speaking of armor, the Tier 2 upgrade gives you 25% additional replenishment when you pick up the armor plate drops from enemies. Tier 4 gives you 25% extra armor durability, which combined with the extra help from picking up the armor will make you one bulky operator indeed. Tier 1's upgrade reduces status effects by 50%. I wouldn't call this a huge deal, but it's nice to get the stinking flames off of you from whatever enemies attack you using those effects. Tier 5 makes it so when you get hit with a lethal hit, you lose all your armor and your health is reduced to 1 instead of croaking. On paper it seems useful, giving you a second chance at life, but in my experience, if you're about to take a fatal hit, you probably have no armor left anyway. That's my opinion, but I'd love to hear from all of you watching. Do you agree with my list? How do you like Cold War's perk system compared to the other games?